Did you know that the Upper Moon 2 Doma is actually the father of one of our favorite demon slayers? Yeah, apart from the manga readers, probably everyone's shocked right now. In today's video, we'll unveil 25 astonishing facts about the demon moons from Demon Slayer, including secrets that'll change how you see your favorite demons. From hidden connections to surprising abilities, this deep dive will leave you speechless. Stay till the end to uncover mind-blowing revelations that even the most dedicated fans might have missed. But first of all, spoiler alert! And let's get started. What if the person you wanted to destroy the most was yourself? Akaza's most significant moment was realizing that his deepest desire was to kill himself. This revelation hit him hard, leading to his tragic end. He understood that his anger and hatred were rooted in his self-hatred. But what drove Akaza to become a demon? One day, a student informed him that a rival dojo poisoned the water, leading to the deaths of Kayuki and Kaizo. Consumed by rage, Hakuji, which is Akaza's human name, killed all 67 members of the rival dojo with his fist. This brutal act caught the eye of Muzan, who mistook him for a demon. With nothing left to lose, Hakuji accepted Muzan's offer and became one of the 12 Kazuki. Moreover, Akaza's refusal to devour women stems from a unique privilege granted by none other than Muzan Kibutsuji himself. It's a sign of respect from the Demon King, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Akaza's past is haunted by the memory of his fiance's death. This profound loss weighs heavily on his conscience, even in his demonic form. His subconscious guilt manifests in his choice not to prey on women. It's as if he's trying to atone for his actions in some way, even though he's become a creature of darkness. On the other hand, Kokushibo holds a unique spot in history. He was the first demon slayer to become a demon. Frustrated by never surpassing his brother and fearing death, he was persuaded by Muzan Kibutsuji to embrace the dark side. Can you imagine the turmoil he went through during his 3-day transformation? But did you know Kokushibo and Yoriichi Sugekuni were twin brothers? Yeah, Kokushibo, known as Michikatsu Sugekuni in his human days, trained under his legendary brother. Yoriichi, famous for inventing sun breathing, was always a step ahead. Imagine always trying to outshine your sibling, but never quite making it. However, rivalries aren't just for humans. Akaza often challenged Kokushibo, only to be defeated every time. Despite his hatred for Akaza's impudence, Kokushibo enjoyed their sparring sessions. Surprisingly, Kokushibo was the only demon to use breathing techniques. Unable to master sun breathing, he created moon breathing, an offshoot of his brother's technique. Combining this with his blood demon art made him an invincible force. Kokushibo's abilities didn't just stop with swordsmanship. After awakening his demon slayer mark, he could use the transparent world technique. This let him see through his opponent's bodies and predict their moves. But what's cooler than an indestructible sword? Kokushibo could create a katana from his own body, complete with a grotesque, eye-covered appearance. And if it got destroyed, no problem, he could regenerate it in seconds. And here's a twist. Mushiro Tokito, the Miss Hashira, is a descendant of Kokushibo. When they first met, Kokushibo admired Mushiro's skills and even considered turning him into a demon. What would you do if you discovered a hidden family connection like this? However, Hantengu's past is equally dark. The final episode of Season 3 gives a glimpse, but the second fanbook reveals more. He had many marriages and children, but whenever he was accused of dishonesty, he'd murder his entire family in a fit of rage and start over with a new victim. Despite his horrendous acts as both a human and a demon, Hantengu convinces himself that he's the victim. He blames his hands, not his actions, and believes everyone is out to get him. But have you ever wondered how it feels to forget your own name? Hantengu's life of crime forced him to constantly change identities, to the point where he doesn't remember his real name or background. His only constant traits were his murderous and narcissistic tendencies. Tell us, did you ever think the 12 Kazuki characters might be inspired by diseases? It's pretty fascinating, right? Look at Hantengu, for example. That big lump on his forehead resembles a tumor, which is an abnormal growth of cells that can lead to cancer. And his ability to split into different versions of himself? Could that be a nod to how cancer cells multiply rapidly? Then there's Gyoko. Have you noticed those tiny arms hanging off him and how his legs seem to disappear into that vase? It's like he has phocomelia, a condition where people are born with very short limbs. Sometimes this is caused by genetic mutations or certain meds taken during pregnancy. Despite his condition, Gyoko is pretty agile. But you should know that Daki's blood demon art is one of a kind. As an Oiran, she uses her body and obi sash to create powerful slashing techniques. Her art is incredibly versatile, acting like a whip or a sharp blade. Imagine being able to trap people in your sashes and store them for later. And her brother, Gyutaro, is often compared to a praying mantis. It's not just his looks. Both Gyutaro and mantises are patient and calculated. They plan their actions carefully rather than rushing in without thinking. He wasn't always like this. Gyutaro's pale and frail appearance comes from years of bullying and hardship. Mocked for his looks and background, he harbors a deep resentment towards those with privileged lives. Can you blame him for feeling this way? But do you think Gyutaro is a good brother? He's extremely protective of his sister Daki. He became a demon just to save her. But this overprotectiveness has a downside. He never lets her learn or do anything independently, believing she's not very intelligent. This mindset affects Daki deeply. Could this be why she rushes into things without thinking? No matter what, Gyutaro and Daki have killed 22 hashiras? Imagine the feats Gyoko must have achieved to become Upper Moon 5. What kind of power and skill does it take to reach that rank? Here's a fun fact. Gyoko loves creating and painting his faces, which Muzan sells for exorbitant prices. Who knew demons could be talented artists too? It adds a bizarre twist to his terrifying persona. Well, Muzan is notoriously cruel to the 12 Kazuki. He kills them for minor reasons and gives them nearly impossible tasks. It's surprising he has favorites like Gyoko. Is it because of Gyoko's creepy appearance or unique blood demon art? No, it's because Gyoko's ornate pots fetch high prices and bring in lots of money. It turns out, for Muzan, money can buy happiness. On the other hand, Urui was lower rank 5 in the 12 Kazuki, but could have easily been lower rank 1 or 2. He just didn't care about ranks, so he never tried to move up. But imagine a demon who can control your dreams. That's Enmu, the only lower moon who survived Muzan's purge. Loyal to a fault, Enmu received more of Muzan's blood, enhancing his powers. He became the primary antagonist of the Infinity Train arc, merging with the train itself. His blood demon art plunged victims into deep sleep, turning their dreams into nightmares. It took the combined efforts of Tanjiro and Unosuke to bring him down. Ever wondered how it feels to have your dreams turned against you? Enmu's victims know all too well. What happens when a demon from the past haunts the present? Hyro, the former Lower Moon 2, escaped death at the hands of Shinjoro Rengoku, but was ultimately killed by his son, Kyojuro Rengoku. Hyro's story is a blend of tragedy and irony, marking the rise of a new flame hashira. His battle scars tell tales of survival and vengeance. Did you know Doma is Inosuke's adopted dad? Not by blood, though. Doma killed Inosuke's mother, Kotoha, during a village rampage, wiping out everyone, including Inosuke's unnamed and abusive biological father. But why did Doma step in to help Kotoha raise Inosuke? Kotoha fled from her abusive husband with baby Inosuke and found refuge in Doma's Paradise Faith cult. Imagine escaping one nightmare only to land in another. Doma appeared to give Kotoha and Inosuke a fresh start. Everything seemed fine until Kotoha saw Doma eating his disciples. Shocked and horrified, she tried to escape again. Desperate to save her son, Kotoha ran with Inosuke, but Doma caught up. In a heartbreaking act, she sacrificed herself, dropping Inosuke into a river. So today, we discovered 25 surprising facts about the demon moons from Demon Slayer, including Doma's unexpected connection to Inosuke, Kokushibo's unique abilities, and Akaza's tragic past. Undoubtedly, the demons have surprising backgrounds and deep reasons for their actions. Each story shows us their struggles and reasons for becoming demons. And it reminds us that everyone has a hidden darkness inside, just waiting for a trigger.